but there's still a good crop of free agents. There's still guys who, it's funny, everybody, I've heard people say this, oh, it's a boring class of free agents. I guess if you don't know what you're looking for, do you know what I'm saying? Like there's still offensive linemen, there's still guys, there's wide receivers 2, wide receiver 3. Like, yeah, like I'm sorry that Jamar Chase isn't available. Like that sucks. This isn't Madden. Like this is a free agency where you can sign 1 or 2 guys to improve your fortunes. The team I look at last year is the Washington Commanders, who went out and got a bunch of guys that nobody, it was not like, oh my God, how we let the Commanders have Frankie Luva? No, nobody was talking about this. They just went out and signed a bunch of B-plus free agents. They got credibility in the offensive line. They signed a bunch of guys that kind of second wave free agents, and then all of a sudden they're playing in the NFC title game. That's how you use free agency in the modern game to me.
Yeah, and I think the way free agency has been kind of happening, even over the past couple years, and I do think last year's class was still a little more top heavy than we get to this year, even though there are going to be useful players, like you said, in this year's class. Like when I was putting together the top 100 free agent posts that I've done for the past 2 years, up at the top, you can kind of, it's kind of like everyone says the draft every year, where every draft analyst is like, there's 3 star players and there's not a lot of difference between 15 and 65 if you're picking it. And I think that's kind of similar to what free agency has kind of turned into. And I think a lot of these players are probably going to, how impactful they are is probably going to matter where they go and exactly what role they're being asked to play.